Or to say, hey guys, it's Klaus. Welcome back to another video. Guess what? The wheeled vehicles are now officially in the game. Oh my god. What are we gonna do? Whew, the wheeled vehicles are here. Wow. And such fanfare, such promotion, such salesmanship. I can't, I mean, the CC's just lining up to just sell the shit out of them. I think Quickie Baby already did a video. The best active scout in the game. There is a new best scout, active scout. It has to be active in the game. They all have shit view range, so they better be active, I'll tell you that much. Let me know if you've played them. What do you guys think of them? I predicted that these new wheeled vehicles would, on average, have the lowest duration of gameplay of any other tank in the game. They would, on average, die faster than any other tank in the game. Their average game would be about 45 seconds long. Because everyone's going to drive around in them like lunatics at 80 kilometers an hour, and someone will shoot them, and their tracks will break, and they'll stop, and they'll die, and they'll suck. And they'll do that about 10 or 15 times over the next month, and then they'll realize that the tanks are all shit, and they won't play them. Or they'll camp at the back and let their team actively spot for them, and they'll spam gold like motherfuckers. There'll be a couple of guys that'll get really good at them, you know, when they stick an 8 or 9 skill crew in there, and they play on a server with a lot of people on it, so the chances of getting in a game with lots of Muppets is high, and 1 out of 100 games will be great, and you'll be sure to catch that one on coming your way on YouTube soon. Yeah. Let's see how this... Oh, they're all dead. All the active scouts are all dead. I guess they weren't... perhaps those vehicles were not suited to their playstyle. Or maybe they weren't driven actively enough, you know? But what do I know? What do I know? Because, hey, if you want the no bullshit to review, who you gonna call? Klaus Kellerman! Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba-ba. All right. Forget about the wheeled vehicles. Let's move on to something a little bit more interesting. If you're interested in playing the wheeled vehicles, go for it. Knock yourself out. Don't forget to load the gold, because you're going to need it. I love this intro music. Let's just let it keep playing. It's counting down. Are you looking at the loadout here? Are you seeing what's going to happen before your very eyes? Have you noticed who's playing? There are 6 Unicoms in this game. 6. They are not the small peoples. They're not the regular schmoes. These guys, it was a night where the Relic clan went out to do their tier 10 seal clubbing. And Engine Power from the Relic clan, shout out to you guys, sent me this. And the reason I'm showing it is because they were out there for their evening shenanigans, winning all their games. And they loaded into this game, and lo and behold, on the enemy team, there are 3 other Unicoms. Let me introduce all of them while we watch the start of the game here. There's Engine Power from the Relic clan, Der Krieger from the Relic clan, and Blaze Puerto Rico Power from the Relic clan on this platoon. And on the opposite team is Finessin from Mahu, Call Me Flex from Yujo, and the Spank Bank from Fuzon. The Spank Bank has the best name out of all of them. And I'm showing you this because this is not going to be a cakewalk. This is not going to be a romp-em, stomp-em, Unicom shitting all over the little guys replay. These guys, was the matchmaker actually thinking about this? Is there some skill-based matchmaking going on here? They are facing a formidable opponent. So let's watch. Let's see what happens here. And you'll notice the 3 of them on the mini-map there, the different colored tanks. 2 of them are driving the Chieftain, that British reward. And Engine Power is driving his Object 430U, that hard-hitting, heavily armored Russian beast. And he's moved right into the middle. And he didn't skirt around the edge of the map. He's moved into the middle. And while I've been talking, he's done 1,300 damage so far, which is nothing. That's just a warm-up. Let's just watch the gameplay here, because it is riveting. You'll see these guys go head-to-head, mano a mano. Does that mano a mano mean head-to-head, or that means hand-to-hand? Well, you know what I mean. They're gonna have a tough game, and I'm ready for it. I've got my coffee here, and I hope you're ready for some entertainment. Oh, look at that! He shot that guy. That guy is not a Unicom, and he backed up and showed his side, which he shouldn't have, because he's got a hell of a lot of armor in the front, and he could have probably taken the head. But there's 3 people on the enemy team that are not going to be as easily handled, as now he's showing his lower plate, and he's bouncing again. You see, it doesn't work out very well, especially versus an Object 430U, and Engine Power is just, wants to quickly get rid of this guy. He comes around the corner a little bit recklessly, but that guy is so scared. He has already pooped his diaper and was on his way home and took it up the ass and is dead. And they have moved all the way. They've already taken over the city, and you'll notice 2 of them now are in the cap. 2 of them in the cap at the same time, and they're just going to cap out for victory, and that's it. No, they're not going to cap out for victory. Watch what happens now, because they're in the cap for a reason. Well, 2 reasons. One is to provide pressure so that the enemy... Notice the enemy team, all of them in the northwest. They've pushed, they've won the northwest. Now they're faced with a decision. Do we just keep pushing? Or do we react to those people that are in the cap? Now they're out of the cap. Oh, they're out of the cap. What are they doing? They're taking shots is what they're doing. Oh, they're in the cap. Oh, they're out of the cap. They're flirting with the cap. Now, old Engine Power here let me know that he had a mission to do, and he did not really want to cap this game. But they're using cap pressure. They're not in there to win the game. They're not in the cap to win. They're in there to make all the enemies turn around. And now, I want you to know, and here comes some of the, that's an Object 907. That's one of the really good players. Who is that? Oh, that's the Spank Bank. I love his name. And he's coming back to deal with this cap pressure. Look what's happening here. If to the regular eye, to the regular schmo, it may not be apparent, because we don't all see things the same way. Now, he's not going to pen. That Object 907 is coming back because he knows he has to deal with the cap. But do you see what I'm seeing? Oh, he's going to get a good shot into him there. That Object 907 committed too much. There is topography here that the regular schmo doesn't see. It looks flat, but it's not. The cap there and the topography. Where he has backed up to, he is not exposed. If people, and now they're back, they almost had it capped out, now they back out. They want to just get damaged. They want to play the game. They don't want to cap out for victory. But what I'm trying to tell you here is, he is in a position now that if the enemies want to shoot him, all they see is the top sliver of his turret. And he's going to take a shot on this guy and then back up. It's not apparent. If you zoom out and you just look at this map, most regular players don't visualize that in 3 dimensions, don't see that, and they would, drive forward even another 20 or 30 feet here, and then their whole tank would be exposed and they'd be dead. But if I could show you this from the opposing side, now look at all the enemies. They've all come back. They've lured them all back by baiting the cap here. If I could show you from their perspective, and I don't have it, I wish I did, and looked this direction at Engine Power, you would only see, you'd see a sliver of him when he pokes out to shoot, and then he would be disappeared now, just by backing up that 10 feet, because of the subtle topography that you can't see, right? Like when you're zoomed out like this, you can't really tell. Most people can't tell. They don't pay attention to it. They're just casual players. They just, I'll drive up there. They drive up another 20 feet, and they're dead. And they wonder, well, how come I'm dead? And these guys aren't dead. And they've got the whole enemy team shooting at them, and they're just hitting, the enemies are just hitting the top of his turret. It's not because they're bad. It's because he's positioned himself in such a way that it's impossible to damage him. And he knows his tank, and he knows his positions, and I had to show you this because I know we like to watch the regular schmo and the little guy, and it's fun, but these guys, like, there's no doubt they know what they're doing. And if you start a game and you see these 3 guys platoon on the enemy team, if you don't have your own Unicoms, the game's going to be over very quickly. Anyway, so they've baited all those guys back. He's up over 4,000 damage, and now he's taking a different angle. And this guy here thinks he's going to have a shot on that Patriot, but he does not, because engine power took care of him. And I'm just looking at the score. They're losing. It's 9-12. See, they pushed down the city. They baited all the enemies back to them by sitting in the cap. And now they've done about as much as they could, they figure, and they've left the cap. They've done it together, and oh, here he goes. He just... Now, one thing, he is spamming heat like a motherfucker. He's pressed 2, and he's left it pressed, and he's been he's going to lose a fortune. But he's side-scraping now, so that, again, there's no way that the enemy could damage him. He's positioned his tank so that there's absolutely no way possible the enemy could damage him. And now he's moved forward because he knows the map. He knows that guy's behind the house. He's always taken the initiative, and now that's an E75. He doesn't even want to bother shooting. He's always taking the initiative. He's not playing passive. He's always forcing the issue, and he's going to wait here. He's got one more heat shell, and I'm not really sure what did the heat shell bounce off the railing? I'm not really sure. There's only 2 of them left versus 5. Oh, who's this guy? This guy's going to pay for being out in the open sideways. The T-44. There's nothing the T-44 can do, really, except maybe scratch him a little bit. And now there's 4. It's 4 versus 2. His teammate is using the dead hull of a dead tank as cover, so he's moving up. He's got the armor. Oh, he missed that shot on the AMX, and now he's side-scraping again. At this angle, it's very difficult for him to be damaged. He's going to take out the AMX. No, he low-rolled, but he was ready to face hug him, but I think his teammate got him. And now it's the 2 of them versus 3. There's the Scorpion G, who is shooting at his... Did the Scorpion G just take out his teammate? No, he was shooting at him. But, oh, he's got hit by that pesky T-44. Now his teammate is dead. The enemies have actually flanked them, come up behind him. It's just him now. He's taken another... Oh, that's the object! The other Unicom. Oh, he was ambushing him, but he cornered himself. Let's see how he did in the post-game stats. The other Object 907 reward tank on the enemy team managed 1 shot. And now it's just him versus 2. And I'm counting up the, what is it? He's got 3 kills. His teammates have 7 and 6. No, that's 16 kills. You add them up there. It's a lot of kills. I noticed the dead teammates have 2. Okay, we'll do math, because I can't read. I'm blind. I'm too old, too tired, too fucking blind. When I was a younger man, I'd take a fucking flamethrower to this place. I don't know how many fucking kills they have. Let's just watch the game. What would you do in this situation? Well, he's heading back to base. Obviously, he has to go back to base, because if he caps, what would happen if he caps? Well, if the 2 enemies coordinate in any way and they both cap, he's screwed. But if just one of them drives through the cap, then he knows exactly where they are. So he knows where one of them is. One of them is around his cap. So that's where he's heading. And he's avoiding these long lines of sight. He's going into the buildings because you could get hit on those long lines when you're out in the open like that. So he's kind of using cover. You can get close to the base in these buildings. That's why capping is... You almost never win by capping at the end. You're just letting the enemies know where you are. And there's only one of them in the cap. Where's the other one? Who's in the cap? Who's out of the cap? Who knows? Where is it? Oh, he spotted the Scorp. He aims. Oh, he's detected. And there you go. He's taken out the Scorp. They both spotted each other at the same time. The Russian tank snapped while the German tank turned its turret slowly. And it's over. We're going to check the post-game stats on this one. But watch this, okay? Watch these results, guys, okay? Not ace tanker. That's not the point, but great results. Let's go through the cast here. There he is. Let's check out the, it's Finessin from the Mahu clan, who did over 7,000 damage for a defeat. Call Me Flex in the AMX. How much did he do? 4,400 damage. And the Spank Bank, you've got the best name of the bunch from the Fuzon. He did a shit ton of damage, well over almost 4,000. His teammate, Der Kruger, almost 5,000 damage. Blaze Puerto Rican Power, 3,400 damage. And he did 7,941 damage, blocked a shit ton, and lost a fortune because he spammed heat like a motherfucker. Shout out to all 6 Unicoms that treated us to that game. You all played great, and it was fun to watch. As far as the wheeled vehicles, send me your best games. Let me know if any of the best active scouts in the game are suitable to your playstyle.